Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Vidisha Alexander Marshall. Welcome. I messed up my camera. For those of you that are new to my channel, welcome as well. And don't forget, hit the subscribe button at the bottom. And don't forget to hit the bell so when I am uploading on YouTube, you are notified. I'm tongue-tied all over the place. I hit my camera. And I wasn't supposed to do that. So anyway, this is just totally distracting me from what I want to do here. Why did I do that? See, I am like totally crooked. I am so sorry. I am all over the place. My son threw me off. It's early in the morning. I'm running a little behind. Yeah, let's go ahead and get started with this video. I've been seeing on YouTube lately, everybody's doing soft glam. Soft glam look, soft glam look, soft glam look, soft glam look. What is a soft glam look? Well, I'm going to give my version of a soft glam, or you could say soft glam look for us ladies that are 40 and over. And I'm not going to really, I mean, if you want to call it soft glam, okay. I'm going to really call this more of a natural look. Reason why I say natural look, I'm the type of person, for those of you that are new to my channel, I do not wear false lashes at all. I rock with what God gave me with these lashes right here. I am not a person to draw on eyebrows, so I rock with my eyebrows just like this. I mean, that to me is a natural look. Being yourself. All you're doing is just adding makeup to kind of enhance your features, but not cake it on and you look totally different. I mean, I'm not trying to do that with my makeup. So this is the kind of makeup that I'm going to be bringing to you guys today, and a great makeup look for Christmas. So let's get started. Of course, handy dandy mirror with me, and I'm on a time limit, a big time limit. Yeah, my son just distracted me. It's early in the morning. He's out of school for the next 2 weeks, so 2.5 weeks. My daughter and I getting ready to get out of here. He's got chores to do. Yeah, it's a whole bunch of everything. So let's get started. I'm going to first start with priming my face. Of course, my face is bare and very clean. So I'm going to start with the E.L.F. Poreless Putty Primer. So I'm going to start with this first. And this is a primer that was definitely one of my favorites of 2019, which I will have that video up for you guys. I'll tell you, I am all over the place. I was totally messed up, and now I'm literally all over the place. I don't know what is going on. It could be because I have a headache. I'm tired. We had a long weekend at our flea market booth, so it has been long and busy. Hopefully we have a short day at work today, being that it's Christmas week. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on. I was sitting here thinking about contemplating what all happened to me in 2019. And professionally, work-wise, it was not good. I mean, I'm just going to be honest. It was not good. But you know what? God came through and sent evil away. So yeah, all right, I got that worked into my skin. Now for foundation, I'm going to use one of my favorite foundations of 2019. Just one of my favorite foundations, period. You want to find a foundation that is going to match your skin as close as possible. And I know for us ladies of color, that's pretty hard to find. I know there are a lot of brands that are now inclusive and all about inclusivity with foundations. I haven't worn foundation in years and years and years because, again, back when I was younger, they never really had foundation shades that were for me. And if they did have them, they were definitely not my color. So I'm going to be wearing this foundation stick from Mented Cosmetics. I absolutely love this foundation stick. The foundation is actually so good that it literally blends in my skin, and I have to literally look for the foundation, you know. So you want to find a foundation that is as close to your skin, as to your skin tone as possible. And when you rub it in, people have to literally look and see if you're actually wearing makeup or not. So that's what I love so much about this Mented Cosmetics foundation stick. And I really feel that this is a great foundation to wear for that natural look that you're going for. This was actually the foundation I wore on Thanksgiving Day. And a lot of this look, vast majority of this look I'm going to bring to you guys today, I wore on Thanksgiving Day. So, and it worked out just fine. My makeup was flawless. So I'm gonna go ahead and blend that into my skin. And as it blends into my skin, I mean, it's literally melting in my skin. And as you can see, it's a very, to me, it gives a natural finish. Very, very natural finish. Again, to where people have to look to see if you're even wearing makeup. That's what I like about this foundation. Not to mention it is a black owned brand, so that's another plus. And you want to be sure that this is blended very, very well into your skin. I always tend to miss this side of my face. I don't know why. When I look back at video footage, I'm like, why did I not get this side of my face? There we go. All right, so we got that nice and blended into my skin. So now we're gonna go on to concealer. Mented Cosmetics does not have a concealer. So I'm gonna go with another favorite of mine. This is the Too Faced Born This Way Multi Sculpting Concealer. I'm gonna put that on today. The shade I am in is Maple. Now, here's what I do with my concealer, if you haven't noticed. I don't do a whole lot of concealer unless it is a foundation that's a little darker. Then I will put on more than one swatch of concealer to really try to blend it in and to try to brighten my skin, as what I do with the Urban Decay Stay Naked foundation. It's a little darker, but when I put that concealer on, then I'll go multiple times. But I try not to go overboard with my concealer. And I do feel a lot of people, they tend to go overboard with their concealer. What I do is, as you can see, I do one swipe. One swipe. I don't need to drag it all over the place. Again, unless it's a little darker, then I'll do that. I put a little here, down the bridge of my nose, down here, and I drag it over here. I take the remaining and bring it over here. Why I do that? I am not only concealing in the areas that need concealing, I am also defining my contour. Now, this past weekend at our flea market booth, I did contour for the first time in like a couple of months. I haven't contoured in a while. But a lot of times, once I can define my contour really, really well, I don't need to do extra contouring or anything like that. I don't really find it necessary. And with this foundation stick from Mented, and with this concept, and I can do this with either the this Too Faced Born This Way Multi Sculpting Concealer, or I do it with the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Concealer. I can do that, define my contour, and I don't need to do extra contouring. I take my sponge, and this sponge is an E.L.F. sponge. I like this sponge. It's one of my favorite sponges. It has that point at the end of it, and it's very good for concealing under the eyes. And what I'm doing is I'm brightening up the areas here. And it's also not only brightening, I'm also blending it into my skin to make it even more melted into my skin, as though I'm not wearing makeup. I am taking the point of the sponge, my E.L.F. sponge. The concealer, I'm also dragging some of this concealer on top of my eyes. That's also going to work as my eyeshadow base. So if you do from time to time, I will put a little concealer on my eyes, but if it's enough like this, I will drag it to my eyes where it will become my eyeshadow base, as well as trying to blend it into my skin and just brighten just a little bit. I take and drag up to my cheekbone here. This is where you're beginning to define the contour. That's where a little bit of that brightening comes in. I'm going down here, and again finishing up the definition of my contour, as well as taking it down here. And as you can see, it is still going to melt in my skin wonderfully. It is going to look like I actually did do a contour, and I kind of did a fake contour is what this is. The concealer down here, I am going to brighten just a little bit under my chin and also blend into my skin to make it more of a natural look. This is what I go for one of those days I just want to look as though I am not wearing any makeup. You see I have a bit of a shine going on. We're gonna get that straight. Again, I'm taking this side, dragging it up past my cheekbone, under my eye, and I'm dragging some of that concealer on top of my eye. Again, not only brightening, I am also defining my contour, and I'm also patting that concealer in to mesh in with my skin. The bridge of my nose, I'm going to take that concealer that I put on the bridge of my nose, I'm going to put it all the way around. Again, I am patting it in, brightening, and melting it into my skin with the foundation. Again, going for a more natural look. To me, this is your base for that soft glam. I just call it a natural look. I don't call it soft glam. I mean, hell. To me, I've seen a lot of videos that claims to be soft glam, and for me personally, it doesn't look like it's soft glam. It's just looking like the same thing, but you just want to call it that because of the colors that you're using. If you want to do a true soft glam per se, you need just natural makeup, and you don't need to pile it on so much. That's why you're not seeing me false lashes. Eyebrows. I still get a kick out of people drawing eyebrows. I don't understand it. I don't get it. Because you're going to end up trying to get the concept of what I have right here. And this is all 100% God-given. Again, see how I defined my contour and still blending. And I brightened. Okay, so we're done with that. Now we're going to go ahead and do setting powder. I always set my face twice. We're going to explain that. I'm going to go with a brighter powder first. I'm going to go in with my black Opal loose setting powder in neutral light. I'm going to start with that first. Also another favorite of mine. All of these I'm wearing today are all my favorites. So here's what I do. I know a lot of people are pressing in the setting powder. That's fine. When you see me set my face a second time with the second setting powder, I buff it into my skin. I don't want to feel cakey. That's why I bake. And when you bake, to me, it's not bad to bake. I don't bake for 5 to 10 minutes though. You leave that bake on there too long, you're going to really look like Casper the Friendly Ghost. So I take the setting powder, put it under my eye, and in a way, I'm somewhat pressing it in to my skin. Reason why I still bake is, see this shine y'all see on my face? I'm going to minimize this shine. And it's going in the areas where I get the oiliest as well as still continuing with my contour. So find a good translucent or banana powder to do this with. Now, I put it in the areas I know I'm going to get the shiniest. This is only going to stay on my face for a few seconds, not a few minutes, a few seconds. I've made that mistake and left it on for a few minutes. Wasn't a good look. So now I am going to take my Mented brush. Now I'm going to sweep it off. Again, still defined the contour, brightened a little bit, and I'm minimizing shine. And some people are like, you're gonna end up with this white cast. Well, I'm gonna show you how to get rid of that white cast. See how I'm dusting everything off? When some people put the extra setting powder under their eyes to catch fallout, what you're going to do is, it's good to catch fallout, but when you're sweeping that, you're going to brighten yourself even more so, and you may end up being too bright. So now I'm going to go ahead and use the second setting powder. The second setting powder, oops, I didn't mean to do that. The second setting powder I'm going to use, it is from Mented Cosmetics. I'm using their setting powder. This is medium deep is what I'm using. And this is what it looks like. What I'm going to do, I tap my brush into it. I'm going to flick some of that excess off because I don't need that much. Flick some of that off. I'm going to gently put it in these areas. I'm buffing it in my skin. I buff, 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 buff. I'm just going to buff it into my skin. And I am minimizing shine. So I take some more, flick off. I don't need all that excess. As my daughter's coming out of the room. Mom. Oh. Yes, ma'am. I'm almost done. The truck's already running.
But you gotta you know.
Okay. Yeah, truck is already running.
You wanna pick my stuff up?
Pick what stuff up? Told you. My kids don't have to be on the camera for the comedy here. Yeah. So see how I have minimized shine. Told you, they ain't gotta be on the camera for the comedy. Alright, so because I have buffed this into my skin, now I'm looking a little mattified here. A little matte. Now, I'm going to go over all of this with a bronzer. Now, I don't necessarily use my bronzer for contouring. I just use it to warm up those areas that may be a little bright from the lighter setting powder to try to bring my skin back. And it also continues on with eliminating shine. So I'm going to go in with the Mented Cosmetics Ashley Blaine Featherston collab. I'm going to be using this today. As you can see, the wrapping paper. I am going to use Season 1. This is the bronzer and highlighter duo. So I'm going to use that today. So I'm going to use the bronzer side. So what I'm going to do is just take some of that bronzer, tap excess off. I'm going to take it and just go over my face with it. Again, bringing back some of that color. So not necessarily using it as contour, but if you saw, if I did have any white cast, that white cast is now going to be will disappear with the bronzer. As you can see, I'm just taking it over those areas, and I am beginning to get the color back into my skin. That's all we're doing. We're bringing color back. And see how the color has come back? I'm not looking red. I'm not looking any of that. I have brought color back. Okay? Okay. All right. So, done with that. Next, I'm going in with blush. So for blush, I'm using a lot of Mented Cosmetics today. This is from Mented. I'm using their blush. This is the shade Berried Away. So I'm going to put that blush on. Okay, so I'm going to use my brush. And I'm going to put just a little color. And see, I just put just a little color. I may have gone a little ham. I didn't mean to, because this blush, it is very pigmented. Now, see, I did go a little ham with my blush. That's okay. Use my bigger mirror. So I'm going to take some of my foundation brush, and I'm just going to try and tone that down with my foundation brush. Just using the leftover foundation that's on my brush. And see how I've toned that down a little bit? I've toned that down just a little bit. There we go. I don't want to look like Pennywise. Next, eyeshadow. Again, I'm going with another favorite eyeshadow palette for me. So we're going to go in, use my smaller Sigma brush. This is the Aina Anastasia Beverly Hills collab. I'm using her eyeshadow palette today. This has been my best friend, because this palette has been well loved. I am going to go in with the shade, you know what? I'm going to go in with Edges. So I'm going to go in with the shade Edges. As you can see, this palette has been well loved. I'm going to go in with the shade Edges. And all I'm going to do is just put this in my crease. Just the upper part of my crease, and go a little over. I only do 2 shadows. If I'm in the mood for something a little extra, I may do a halo eye. I am not into the cut creases or anything like that. For me, that's a little too heavy on my eyes, and it will irritate my eyes. So I know what I can deal with. I know what I can tolerate. And at my age of 44, I'm not all into all that cut crease stuff. It is just not me. So see, I'm just taking a little bit of Edges. And see, that concealer worked as my eyeshadow base. I didn't have to put down any extra concealer or anything of that matter. And see, my lid, I'm saving for a shimmer. I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna do that. And see, you just need a little bit of this shade. A lot of these shades in this Aina palette, you need very, very little. You don't need a whole lot. See, there it is. So now I'm going to take, I think I'm going to go in, I have used Zam so much. I think I'm gonna stick with Zam. I use this brush here. Put a little bit of Zam. I have a deep hole in Zam. Maybe about to hit pan with Zam. Take that excess off. I am just gonna put a little, just give a little glitter on my eye. You're probably gonna be like, oh, you bringing the look to work today? I'm like, no. Just a little something, something. So I'm hoping we're not gonna be at work for too long today. And see, I'm just bringing just a little glitter to the look. And I'm just patting in Zam because it's a lot. And I'm just gently putting it on my lid. There we go. So now, since I put Zam on my lid, I'm going to go back with my Sigma brush where I have edges, and I am going to blend the two together. And I'm not dipping back into the pan. I'm just using what's left over on the brush. How about that? How about that? Next, I set my face. So I'm going to use my E.L.F. Illuminating Mist and Set Setting Spray. I set my face before I put on my mascara. So here it is. So that's what I'm going to use today. I let that dry for just a few minutes before I put on my mascara and my lip. Those are really the last two things I have to do is my mascara and lip, and we are out the door. I am running behind. Now I gotta go. We gotta go. All right. Mascara I'm gonna use today is from NYX. I'm using the NYX Doll Eye Mascara. I'm gonna put that on right quick. And again, the reason why it's a good idea to set before you put on your mascara, because if you put on your mascara and then you set your face, your mascara gonna start running down your face. I had to restart one of my eyes on Thanksgiving Day because I made the mistake of setting my face before I put on mascara, and oh my God, I had a black mess. I had to redo one eye all over again. Oh, I was so upset. And again, yes, you can see I don't wear false lashes. Find a very good mascara that brings volume to your lashes. And as you can see with this mascara, it brings a lot of volume to my lashes. Definite favorite of mine. There we go. I don't need all that false lash stuff. I don't need all that. Last but not least, lip. Very simple lip. We are going to line with the Shayla collab with Colourpop, her BFF4 lip liner. It is a very good dark brown. I'm overlining a little bit because I'm going on top with a gloss. So I'm taking a liner, blotting. Blot, blot, blot. I'm already blending that lip color, that lip pencil into my lip. So for gloss, I'm also going to stick with Shayla. Her collab with Colourpop. I'm using her lip gloss in the shade Drippin. I'm going to put that over top. And as I do that, it is continuing to blend the lip pencil. And that is it. I'm going to put on my hoop earrings and I'm out of here because I just got to go to work. And there we go. So I guess this is my version of soft glam. If you want to call it soft glam, to me it's more, you know, looking a little enhanced with the Zam shadow on my lid, and I'm putting on my hoop earrings, and now we're out the door. Again, we're probably not gonna be at work very long. Ain't gonna bother me none. So that's it. This is the final look of, I guess, what you would call a soft glam look slash natural look. And of course, 40+ club approved. So with that being said, this is Venetia Alexander Marshall. I hope you have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.